Hello, folks. We are back at it again. So, Bill Cosby got his court date, and well, after some days and days, they made a mistrial. So, it's labeled a mistrial, and they have to do it all over again. And it's kind of messed up still hearing more people saying how he's a monster, how all this stuff. But here's the messed up thing. Here's the thing that's kind of bullcrap. And this is the thing that many people will actually miss. You glance over it and just say, oh, Bill Cosby, bad person. Think about this. Beforehand, before all this crap, what did Bill Cosby do to eventually got to this part? Very simple. Go ahead and look it up for yourself. Bill Cosby actually was trying to buy NBC. That's right, folks. NBC was going to turn into, hey, hey, hey. I'm kidding, but still, NBC was about to actually be owned by a black man. Bill Cosby, Bill motherfucking Cosby, aka William Bill Cosby the Jr., the second. And then all of a sudden, here comes this bullshit. It's like, yeah, all of a sudden, here comes this bullshit where people just stand up saying, he did it to me. He did it to me. Oh, he did it to me. And amazing enough that, it turns out to be 50 women stood up and said he did it. There's many of them that we can definitely say that's lies. Many of them. And technically, when it comes to the white women, and I know this is technically a race. This is a freaking damn race issue right here. Okay, I can understand the whole thing of it's traumatic and everything. But if you white women were raped or drugged and non consensually did, you know that you could have actually just took a couple of days, took a couple of months, took a couple of weeks, told a freaking police officer, they kick down his door. It doesn't even matter if it's true. They'll kick down his door and arrest him. You could freaking damn lie and he gets under arrest. That's how messed up the 60s were. That's how messed the fuck it is. So it's kind of real of a head scratcher of you waited all this time and kept silent and you didn't say are you seriously? Are you serious? It's like, are you really that stupid? Okay. Maybe we could say, oh yeah, at least they're not racist. That's good for you. But on the other hand, racism would have helped your ass. I'm sorry, but this is the issue of where racism would have helped your freaky damn ass. You would figure at this point, they would actually be like, the dude raped me. Frick it, I don't care if it's racist or not, but I'm going to call the police and tell them, hey, he did some crap to me. Arrest his ass. And they would go to his freaking house and arrest his ass because he's a black man, did something to a white woman. But instead, you kept silent for decades? You know you're completely stupid. I mean, if he really did do the crime, you would actually say, I don't care if it's racist or not, I would freaking do it. I'll freaking use racism against them. You would figure that crap actually would be the greater good, right? But instead, here you are just staying silent until all of a sudden, oh, well, it turns out there's someone in 2005 that did something. And don't get me started on her. I know I'm a guy. I know this is messed up to say, but looking at her now, I'm like, yeah, no one would drug you. No one will freaking them drug you and do that crap to you. You're not irresistible. Now looking back and being like 12 years ago, it's like, hot damn, what the fuck happened to you? Okay, now at that point, I'm like, oh, okay, that does make some decent sense. But here's the messed up thing I have to say to this. You have to be a totally idiot of a person to go in there and say, oh yeah, I took medicine from a guy I can actually trust. And given that, I'm like, dude, ladies, I bet chances are, even though if I would have become a big star, if I would become a big YouTube star, do you think you guys could actually be like, oh, see, and Funny John, he gave me some drugs so it can actually reduce my stress. I would have to believe in all of you, 100%, all of the women out there who are listening and everything, that you would turn down the drugs because number one, you don't know what the fuck they are. And number two, you can't really trust me. You don't know me. It's like, yes, I'm a celebrity, but you don't freaking damn know me. it questions how smart this idiot lady, this woman, really is. It does, because it's like, okay, so you took drugs at his house. Why the fuck would, number one, you go to his house? Number two, if you don't feel good, go home. Go the fuck home. Don't stay there and be like, oh, I'm feeling bad. And then he gives you some medicine, in quotations medicine, and you take it, and then he takes advantage of you. Yeah, I think that's total bullcrap. I'm sorry, but your freaking damn story is total bullcrap, or you're a freaking damn idiot. And I would like to at least understand how much of an idiot you are first. It's like, I need to know how much of an idiot you are. If it took you 5 to 6 years to get your degree or whatever, okay, I can understand. Okay, you're a total idiot. Okay, thank you. On the other hand, if you're a really smart person, then I would have to actually question the fact of, does this even make sense? It seems to me that you are pretty smart. You're pretty brilliant. You wouldn't be stupid enough to take pills that you don't know. I'm just saying it's pretty stupid that you actually would come with this freaking court case, and it's going to make you look like a major idiot. Justice could be done if it was actually true. But on the other hand, I'm sorry, but you trust him and everything. You had to have a deeper connection than what you actually kind of foreshadow. So yeah, I think all of these are most likely freaking bullcrap. And given that Bill Cosby lived in the 60s and everything, he most likely still has the 60s mood at times, where it's like, dude, just get some drugs and enjoy yourself, man. It's like, yeah, you don't see anyone who be like, oh, Rick James raped me. He gave me drugs. It's like, okay, whoever whoever got raped by Rick James and you took drugs from him, it's like, yeah, we're gonna look at you as a total dumbass idiot. Yeah, it's like this case, we're gonna look at you a total dumbass idiot. Not to mention Rick James has been gone, so why the hell are you even trying to sue him and everything else? But at least Bill Cosby is alive. I'm glad he is. It's messed up that you're going against this 70-year-old man who has no idea what. Well, he's going blind. Sadly, he is going blind. So it's really kind of messed up. I mean, I can understand that if this was even true, okay, that makes sense. But on the other hand, like he said, I think you most likely are doing this for the wrong reasons. You're actually doing this because of, in quotations, the 49 other victims that was out there. Which I'm like, again, I don't see them actually doing anything. And for most of them, if you were done in the 60s, 70s, heck, it doesn't matter what freaking damn decade you were in. You could have easily said, oh, it's a black man. He raped me. They arrest. I know it sounds horrible, but I think chances are you get the right cop to answer the phone, they will come a knocking and arresting. I'm sorry, but all this crap is just total bullcrap on this. It's like it's total bullcrap. This is not even like the freaking Boy Scouts publicity horrible crap right there, where it's like, yeah, the guy raped him and he kept silent. Now that makes sense because he's a child. You guys are women. You guys have, and supposed to be, yeah, because girls are more mature than boys and everything. You kind of should have had your already together. And even though it's traumatic experience, you could have at least have called the police. You could have at least told someone, and that other person would be like, "Oh, well, my friend got raped by Bill Cosby," and then there you go. It's like, yeah, it could have easily happened where you could have just told a friend, and there you go. I can understand, yeah, you might be a little bit damaged, but it's like if you want justice to be done, you gotta snap the fuck out of that. And technically, I don't believe this. It's like 80 freaking 50 freaking victims. None of them actually said crap until after the whole thing of he trying to buy NBC. Fishy, fishy crap. So all I gotta say to this is that he's no monster. No idea what she's trying to get out of this. If she's trying to get a court case, she's not suing him. I guess that's good. At least, yeah, the great grandchildren and the grandchildren, they all don't get screwed over by this because, well, come on, you're really just right now. If you try to sue him, You're just taking their inheritance, which they didn't do crap. Yeah, in the end, all I'm saying is that I don't think Bill Cosby is the monster here. The real monsters here is whoever put these women up to lying. Or at the most, maybe it's partially true where, yes, they had relations with Bill Cosby, but it most likely was consensual. And someone most likely paid them. Who knows? Maybe they're connected with NBC. Who knows who paid them off? But they got a pretty decent amount of money for them to actually charge right at Bill Cosby. That's most likely what happened. And let's play devil's advocate. If it's really true that he actually raped you girls, that raped you dumb women, if that's really true, which I technically have to question if it's even possible, but if it was true, well, you're a player, man, but he did drug you. He did drug him, which that's kind of bad. But considering in the 60s, lots of people were using drugs. In the 70s as well, lots of people were using drugs. But even 80s, 90s, no matter what, drugs were being used in decades. Yeah, he slipped you something, but chances are, I mean, he might have told you, chances are, he might have already told you. So I still believe Bill Cosby's innocent. You could post him as a monster and everything, but for him to actually have tried to abide NBC and then no one wants to actually mention the fact of, oh, well, before this he actually was trying to buy NBC. That's freaking damn weird. That's weird that you don't even mention that, oh yeah, they came up after he tried to attempt to buy NBC. It's like, no, they didn't even mention that at all. They just mentioned the fact of, oh yeah, someone came up. That's weird. What the fuck? That's something I have to call out. That's doesn't seem right. Not at all.